Well, good morning, good morning. Today I'm in North Carolina. I'm in the hills looking for a bit of full color, bit of autumn. It looks to me like it's not quite changed yet, which means it's pretty late this year. Normally at this time of year when I come up, there's a lot more color. But I'm just off the Blue Ridge Pkwy, and I'm actually standing on top of a little hill called the Devil's Courthouse, which it's a pretty place. It doesn't quite face the morning sun, which is a little shame, but I've had some nice inversion clouds coming over let me just point them out to you here. Down here over the ridges there, some nice inversion clouds just moving in the morning sun. And I was just packing up, ready to go, and I noticed down here this nice little tree. Looks like there's an older tree that maybe has died and it's got a lot of moss on it, but there's another bush that's around it and some color which is catching in the morning sun, so everything's a little bit backlit. So I decided to get the camera back out there again and take a couple of pictures, and I really quite like it. There's a little structure to the tree with the fingers of it coming up and the moss covering the fingers, and then a little bit splash of color of the actual autumn leaves too. So that's quite nice. Anyway, the plan for today is just to take it slow and have a look around. As I say, there's not too much color, which is a bit of a shame. There was a nice little bit of fog coming up, but of course that's down in the valley and there's no color there. So I'm going to check out one of my favorite places over near Graveyard Fields, and then up on the top of Black Balsam Knob. Might even go up to Neil's Knob, I think it's called, and check that out as well. Anyway, it should be a beautiful day, one way or the other, autumn color or none, but I should find some somewhere. Well, I've decided to go for a short walk up to Sam's Knob. Now it is Sam's Knob and not Neil's Knob, as I said earlier. Apologies for that. But no, it's getting towards lunchtime, and obviously the sun is getting quite high in the sky. And before it wasn't cloudy. There was just blue sky when I made my decision. So I decided I'll go up to Sam's Knob just to scout it out a little bit for either later on today or for another time. But it's a relatively short walk, and I'm going to go up there and have my lunch up on the top. So that should be quite nice. I spent a bit of time down at Graveyard Fields, and it was well, it was crowded as it always is, but also the sun was just too high and there was no fog or anything like that. The leaves and the trees weren't out yet, so I decided not to take any pictures, except no, I did take one of the stream there. Just I saw some nice rock in the stream and took a little abstract picture. So that one came out quite nice. But no, I'm going to go up here and then I'm going to make a decision as to whether I use this for my evening shot or go up to Black Balsam Knob, which is the one I know already. So anyway, we'll check it out and see how we go. Well, this is my little lunch spot, and it's incredible. So on the top of Sam's Knob, and the view off to the west, where the sun is going to set down later on, it's pretty good. But there's a ridge that runs across, so it's not a great sunset sort of location. But the view to the north here is just absolutely incredible. And when I first arrived, there was lots of cloud hanging in the valley down there. That's the valley of Sam's Branch, I believe. Lots of cloud hanging around in the valley down there, so I did a little time lapse, and it sort of shows the cloud moving around, which is pretty cool. And also I was trying to take a picture. Let me see if I can show you these trees down here with all the berries on them. Somebody told me they're called sumac, somebody told me they're called mountain ash. What they look like to me is like a tree we have in Scotland. It's called the rowan tree, and so I'm believing it's probably going to be in the same sort of family as that. But really beautiful. It's probably the only colour that's up here today, unfortunately. But that's in the foreground, and then you got the valley of the Sam Branch running away with all the clouds in it. Now I love the dappled effect, and the clouds in the background were had a lot of texture and structure, so that was pretty cool. So what I was trying to do was get the cloud down in the valley there to for the valley to be in shade with one of the clouds, and then for the foreground to be lit up by the sun, and then some of the more prominent hills to be defined as well. But that was a lot to be to ask, and I spent a long time just sort of waiting to see whether I could get exactly the right picture I wanted. So I might have to combine a couple pictures in post, or maybe I'll go with just one anyway. It was a pretty neat scene. So we've done that here, spent a lovely couple of hours just sort of in beautiful solitude and isolation. I'm going to head back to the car park now and then decide what's next for the afternoon. See whether we're going to hang around for sunset or not. Alright, so decision time. It's just about 5 o'clock. That up there is Black Balsam Knob. And unfortunately the cloud is all just descended again and it's wrapping itself in a big pillow of cloud. Now, where I was this morning, or lunchtime, was on top of there. That's Sam's knob there. And looking way down here, that's Sam's branch again. Because that, as you can see, there's not a lot happening. The sun is up here, so it's going to come down somewhere over on the, I guess that must be the west, that way. So, not a lot happening, unfortunately. So we're going to have to call it a day, probably. There's a bit of an overlook that I might check out on the way back down the road, but it's been a long day already. So I think what I'll do is I'll say goodnight here, and I'll leave you with a picture that I took up near the top of Black Balsam Knob about 4 years ago, exactly this time 4 years ago. It's a bit more of a sunrise shot, and so it was looking back towards the sun in this direction as it came up in the morning, and all of the trees and everything were already the color had already changed, and as the sun came through it backlit all of the autumn colors of the leaves. So hope you enjoyed that one. Hope you enjoyed the little adventure today again. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.